Creamy, rich, and intense with mushroom flavor, this is the #1 dish at a top Toronto restaurant, and now I'm going to show you how easy it is to make at home. So there's an amazing restaurant in Toronto. It is called Gusto 101. Shout out to Gusto 101. I have been going there for years, and one of their signature dishes is their Mafalde e Funghi, which is a creamy mushroom pasta dish. It is so good. All of Toronto flocks to Gusto 101 for this dish because it is their signature. And today I'm gonna share with you how to make it at home. But that does not take away from Gusto 101. Still go there. That dish is incredible. They use homemade pasta in it and it's so good. But the one that I'm making at home today is so easy. It is chock full of deep mushroom flavor, and I'm gonna share with you all my tips and tricks to get you there, okay? So the very first tip is to use dried porcini mushrooms. So dried porcini mushrooms have an intense mushroom flavor, and you want to revive the mushrooms by steeping them in a little bit of boiling water. I'm gonna pour my mushrooms into a bowl, top them with some boiling water, and let them hang out for about 15 minutes, which will give them just enough time to plump up. So this recipe is mushrooms on mushrooms on mushrooms. So we have our porcinis taken care of. Now let's talk fresh mushrooms. I have the combo of portobello and oyster that I'm using today. That's what they use at Gusto 101 too. The portobello has a nice, deep, meaty flavor, and the oyster mushroom is delicate and has a really silky texture. And the combination of the 3 mushrooms together is what really makes this dish special. So I'm going to start by slicing my portobello mushrooms. I'll lay them out on a baking sheet and season with a little bit of olive oil and salt to taste. Once they're nice and coated, I'll spread them out into one even layer and then pop them into the oven to help intensify their flavor and let them brown up a bit. The oyster mushrooms are really delicate, so all I'm going to do is remove their tough base and then use my fingers to gently peel back small pieces. All right, let's talk pasta. So the sauce that we're gonna be creating is very rich and creamy, so you want a pasta that holds up to that. Something like a penne or a rigatoni or a fusilli would be great. You don't wanna use spaghetti because it'll literally drown in the sauce. Today what I'm using is fettucce ricce. Italian friends, chime in. Please let me know if the pronunciation is correct. And this is very similar to what they use at Gusto 101. They use a pasta variety called Mafalde or Mafalde. And basically it looks like a really thin lasagna noodle. So it's flat in the middle, but then it has rippled edges, and those rippled edges really hold onto the sauce beautifully. Okay, so we're gonna cook this up. I have a large pot of water, which I brought up to a rolling boil. I'm going to season it with salt so that it tastes like the sea, and then drop in my pasta. We're gonna give it a nice stir and cook it until it's just al dente. Be sure to capture a little bit of that pasta cooking water. We're gonna be using it later. Now we're gonna put our sauce together, which could not be simpler. It only takes a handful of ingredients, and I find that with sophisticated tasting sauces, people often think that there are a million ingredients that go into them, but in fact, more cases than not, that is not the case, okay? And this is a prime example of that. So I have a pot here, and to it I'm gonna add some olive oil and butter. Once the butter has melted, I'm gonna add some minced shallots and cook them until they're softened and translucent. Next, in go my torn oyster mushrooms, and I'm gonna saute them off for about a minute until they've just softened. We're gonna add back in our roasted portobello mushrooms and our steeped porcinis and bring this to a simmer. I'm going to pour in some 35% whipping cream and season with salt to taste. Now we're gonna bring the sauce to a simmer and allow it to slightly thicken. Then I'm gonna grate in some fresh parmigiano reggiano and season with just a touch of truffle oil to intensify that mushroom flavor. In goes my cooked pasta, as well as a little bit of that pasta cooking water, and we're gonna mix it all together until the pasta is coated. Plate it up and garnish with some shaved parmigiano reggiano, and just like that, our creamy truffle mushroom pasta is ready. You guys, as I was cooking this up, the aromas in this kitchen were insane. I cannot wait to give this a taste. We're gonna get a bit of the pasta, both of the mushrooms. Gusto 101, I got you good. I got you good this time. You know, I am not one to toot my own horn, but in this case, beep beep. This dish is identical to Gusto's in every single way. Let's talk about this creamy sauce. It is so intensely mushroomy, and that's because we have the combination of the portobellos, the oysters, that touch of truffle oil, which intensifies the mushroom flavor, and that beautiful porcini and porcini broth that really brings a ton of umami to this dish. Paired with the cream, that nutty Parmesan, it really comes together beautifully and coats the pasta in a way that you cannot even imagine. So the next time you're looking to make a restaurant quality recipe at home, be sure to consider this. It is so easy, so fast, and it's over the top delicious.